So begin by establishing the posture of the mind and of the body, releasing tensions in the body, releasing tensions in the mind, and establishing attention with an upright posture that's easeful and awareness in the mind. Coming back to the breath. So our first awareness is of the breath, paying attention to my breath. Our first exercise is to create the space within the body so as to create the container for the rest of the meditation. So see if you can hollow without any actual action, just as a mind exercise, hollowing the perineal floor, the pelvic floor, the lower abdomen. Just allow it to feel hollow. Obviously, it isn't. There's obviously stuff there. And then allow the chest also to hollow, to empty. Moving the awareness from the front of the body towards the back. So I bring my awareness towards the front of the spine, which is pretty far back still. And then hollowing, creating space within the skull. So creating space in the very lower abdomen, in the chest, and in the skull. Bringing my awareness further back, away from the front, receding my awareness, allowing that receding motion to create space. So keep coming back to playing with this space, with receding back, hollowing myself. And from this perspective, look at the themes, the patterns of my life. Looking at those things that I keep wanting, perhaps achievements, recognition, love, acceptance. Looking at the things I do not want, my fears, my attachments, grievances, regrets. Look at them from the perspective of that space, the hollowness, not attaching myself to any of them, just recognizing they're there. This is right diligence, the embracing of seeds and allowing them to not just be in my consciousness, mind consciousness now, but allowing them to be as they are in the store consciousness, in the Alaya Vishnaya. I see patterns that keep coming up in my life and trap me, define me. They can be themes that can be negative, they can be positive, they can be aspirations. They keep coming back in my life, defining me, defining my limitations. I now just observe them, soften and open, and give them the space so that rather than they pulling me into them, I'm opening myself up to contain, to embrace these patterns. Looking at these patterns, these themes, I also see that life is always moving, regardless of what pattern or what movie is playing within me. Life moves in its own way, even when I am fixed in a pattern. There is a plane on which all of my patterns, the desires, the attachments, seem to be very important. There's also a plane or a dimension where they matter not at all, and life is just there. That plane tends to come more through more and more as I recede towards the spine. So recognizing that I have all these attachments, these patterns, and yet I recognize there's also another space within me, even, that isn't attached to these patterns at all. So I keep cultivating both planes and playing with that physically, trying to embody it physically. In this space, of embracing both dimensions, I bring up the statement, I already have more than enough conditions to be happy. And I can play with that statement and try different aspects. Are there conditions for happiness? Do I need any conditions for happiness? There is no happiness. There is only being. In the same way, just exploring the ideas, the statements, there is no greater than, there is no less than, there is no equal to. Just opening to what these statements do from this space. There is just being, there is just life, with nowhere to go and nothing to do. And yet, there can be playing with the waves. I touch happiness. I touch peace by touching the ground of life, the ground of being. And I also engage with the waves of life, the waves of many beings.